This is the Highly Sensitive Club, episode number 53.
Have you been told you're too sensitive, too dramatic, or too much? Do you have big feelings and deep thoughts you don't always know what to do with? I'm Linn, a certified life coach and highly sensitive person. I've helped dozens of highly sensitive clients feel more energized, more confident, and more in control of their high sensitivity. In these episodes, you'll get the information and inspiration to level up your life as a highly sensitive person too. Welcome to the Highly Sensitive Club.
Hello, highly sensitive person, and welcome to this week's episode of the Highly Sensitive Club. While I am recording this, it is the holiday season 2024, so I am all decked out in my green and my red. I love this time of year. It is one of my absolute favorites, and so I thought today's topic would be a timely one for the season, but these are evergreen techniques and evergreen concepts that you can use to make your entire year feel magical and special. Today's topic is how to create magic and ritual in your holiday season. Spending time with my highly sensitive people lately, whether that's clients or mentees or friends or loved ones, I have noticed that all of my HSPs are falling into one of two camps. Either they feel like the season is very busy, it's nonstop, it's a little overloaded, and they feel like they're chasing after their schedule. Or on the other side, they feel like this is a magical time of year, they're creating the magic for other people, and they're setting a lot of intentions and feeling very slow and relaxed about it. Luckily, this is one of those years where I happen to be in the latter camp. I have felt like December is one of those truly special times where I have been connecting with people that I haven't seen in a while. I've been traveling to spend time with friends and with loved ones. I've been meeting new people, which has brought some really cool new energy into my life. And this whole month has just been lots of growth and connection and very relationship focused. I have loved it. So in order to create the magic and the ritual, no matter what time of year it is, but especially around the holidays, so that you don't feel like the entire holiday season is just a ball rolling downhill that you're chasing the whole time trying to catch up to and stop and slow down, you can create the slowness and the luxuriousness of the season whenever you would like. And even if the season has started to get a little bit away from you and you feel like you're very busy or your schedule's very chaotic or it's very full, that's okay. There are still opportunities to reset and to create the magic whenever you would like. Now, there are four main things I want you to focus on to help create the magic and help create the ritual as you're going into your holiday seasons and any time of year. These are very simple, but they're very profound. And you, as a highly sensitive person, I know, like to have a lot of meaning and you like to have a lot of depth in your life. We are not surface level people, and we do not love small talk. We want to get to the real stuff. If you find that you're kind of surface level and you're just going to a bunch of events and you're doing all these things, then these four things can be a very simple introduction to setting more ritual and more magic into your time, but they can also be taken very deep too. This entirely depends on where you are and what feels good for you in this season. The first one is to set your intention in advance. I talked about this in the previous episode, 10 ways to protect your energy during the holidays. And this one is going to be huge in order to build what you want and not just to keep things that you don't want out of your energy and out of your vibes for the season. Set an intention. When you set an intention for what you really want your season to be about, or even your month or your week or your day, this really sets the tone for everything that you do, and it helps you focus on what's really your priority and what the most important thing is for you. This can be as simple as setting an intention to listen to some great holiday music today. It could be as simple as get those holiday cards out in the mail. Or it could be as deep and profound as I want to create connection with this particular person today. What does that look like? Or I want to show up in a particular way in this group setting. What's my intention and what do I want to bring to that experience as a group? Do I want to show up as a leader? Do I want to show up as an observer? Do I want to be someone who connects other people and keeps the conversation going? Do I want to sit back and then offer some wisdom or insights as they appear to me? When you set that intention in advance, it cuts a lot of that extra clutter and a lot of that decision fatigue that we highly sensitive people fall into, because you're very, very clear about the number one thing that is most important to you. And then you show up and you do that. For instance, this season, I have had 3 big holiday networking parties with groups that I have been connecting with and people that I've been building relationships with throughout the year. All of them involve some kind of food or some kind of meal, and all of them also involve some kind of fun holiday gift exchange. I love gifts. It's not my top love language, but it is something that I love, particularly during the holiday season. And it's something that I love to put a lot of thought into. So, my number one intention with all 3 of these networking groups was to bring something really fun and energizing and something that could be shared with other people to create greater connections for the gift recipients. The fun part of this is that I didn't know who was going to receive it. As part of my organizing group, I do not want to give them any clutter. These are people who help people declutter their homes, and I used to be one of them. So I brought consumables. I brought a hot cocoa station with gourmet cocoa, with different kinds of marshmallows, and then some extra spices so that they could create an experience around this gift. As soon as it's done, they can move on, and there's nothing left in their house at the end of it. For my women in business networking group, I know a lot of them have kids. So I thought, I really like tabletop games. Is there a game that I could bring for one of these women who has kids that would be really fun and easy for them to connect? I brought Santa Cookie Elf Candy Snowman, which is the holiday version of Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. If you have any young people in your life, I am 100% certain that you have seen this game in your house or in school or with their friends. It is very fun if you like games where you have to slap cards. So I brought this holiday version to this holiday gift exchange, and the person who got it was just talking about how her kids are right around that 8, 9, 10-year range. And I thought, yes, this is perfect. I got this for the perfect person. And then for my final group of more casual women's networking, I decided to get a box of conversation starters because it's an easy way to have a game and a structure where you can start those conversations, but you also get into those deeper realms for those conversations that I know a lot of other highly sensitive women in that group really enjoy. The person who got it was very interested and intrigued. My intention for those groups was to bring a gift that sparked joy, as Marie Kondo would say, and to help spark some great holiday spirit for someone else. The intention of giving and being thoughtful about that gift was so important to me. This is something that you can do all year round, whether it's something you want to set for a holiday or whether it's something you want to set for a quarter or a season. For instance, going into the winter season, maybe you want to set an intention for coziness, or you want to set an intention for warmth, or you want to set an intention for reflection or slowness, because that's the time of the year. Whereas in the summer, you want to set an intention for activity. You might want to travel. You might want to reach out to people you don't normally talk to, or you might want to be a little bit more social. Whatever time of year it is, be clear about what you want out of it. What are your values? What are the most important things for you? And what excites you about where you are in this time and in this season? The second way to bring magic and ritual into your experience of the holidays or otherwise is to touch on all 5 of your senses. You, as a highly sensitive person, are taking in more input and more stimulation from your external world than a neurotypical person. This is just part of being neurospicy. There's lots of flavor to the information that you're taking in on a day-to-day basis. Be thoughtful about how you're interacting with your 5 senses during this holiday season. Of course, the first one is visuals. Are you someone who likes to deck out your house with huge holiday decor and you change it every season? Or is this something where your sight is more about having a clean, clear environment? The physical spaces that you're in and how you view them are so important to setting that ritual and creating the magic for this time of year. So think carefully about your visuals. Are you sensitive to clutter? Do you need clear spaces? Or do you just want to see lots of color and lots of themes and motifs in your environments? Can you go somewhere to find those things? Could you go to a holiday light show? Could you go to a coffee shop where you know they've decorated really beautifully for the season? Whatever that looks like, think about what kind of visuals make you feel like you're in the moment and you're creating the magic. Your second sense, of course, the second most common is auditory. What kind of sounds do you need or lack of sounds? This is often a very busy season and there's a lot of stimulation coming at us highly sensitive people. If you need quiet, or if you need white noise, or if you need a very particular kind of gentleness to the sounds in your environment, be thoughtful and intentional about that. It is very unlikely that you'll be able to get that 24/7, but you can create maybe a half an hour of time or an hour of time to be in the quiet and to be by yourself and to enjoy that time to process and to let your nervous system calm down, highly sensitive person. Maybe this means you go for a walk and you try to get outside. Maybe this means you have holiday music. Maybe you enjoy the sounds of your family laughing together or playing together. Or maybe you just want some regular life sounds, like the sound of the TV or audiobooks or podcasts like this one. And you want to continue to go about your normal business. Be thoughtful about what you want to hear this holiday season and when you would like to change that up and have something special, or when you want it to be more like your day-to-day life. For me, I adore holiday music, and there are 4 Christmas albums that I have listened to every year since I was very little. They bring up a lot of nostalgia, a lot of joy. A Charlie Brown Christmas is one of those classics that I love every year, and Vince Guaraldi is just fantastic, whether it's the holiday series or whether it's just regular Charlie Brown music. I love them. I love the Manhattan Transfer. I like Amy Grant. I like the classic Billboard 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s holiday songs. Every year, I put pressure on myself to have holiday music going 24/7 the way I did when I was a kid. And I found recently that there were days where I just want to listen to my upbeat music, or I just want to listen to my Zelda lo-fi. I felt so much more aligned, and it made me enjoy the holiday music so much more because I was being thoughtful about when I listened to it. This is just one example, but think intentionally about your auditory experience and what you want to hear during this season to create that magic. Then, of course, what do you want to feel? Highly sensitive people have highly sensitive nervous systems and highly sensitive skin. Think about the clothes that you're wearing or the textures that you want to have. Do you want cozy slippers for this season? Do you want to have cozy blankets around? One of the things I am super excited about this season is a brand new heated blanket. I am obsessed. I am so excited to unwrap this under the tree because I bought it for us. It was my present to me, and I am so excited for this heated blanket for those really cold days coming up in January and February. What kind of textures do you want to feel? What kind of sensations do you want to feel? Are you feeling very huggy this season? Or do you want to just take a step back and you want to have a cozy hot beverage like a cup of tea or a cup of coffee or some cocoa? What do you want to feel? Speaking of a hot, cozy beverage, that is another sense that I want you to think about as well. What kind of tastes do you want to have? And I want you to be very thoughtful about this because typically the holidays are a time when people tend to go overboard on the sugar and the treats and the extra holiday foods. I'm not saying you shouldn't enjoy treats because I too like a good Christmas cookie and Christmas candies, but make sure that you're also being thoughtful about maintaining your health and your nutrition so that you can have a great holiday season and you don't feel any regret in January if you've gone overboard. This might mean being very thoughtful about what kind of drinks do you want to have. Do you like hot mulled cider or do you want to have cocoa with some mint added or some cinnamon in it? Or do you just want to stick to your regular cup of tea or your regular cup of coffee because that helps regulate you during the season? What kind of tastes do you want to create and what do you want to share with other people? And of course, our final sense to keep in mind, and this is a very good one for the holidays, is your sense of smell. What kind of smells do you want to have in your home? Do you want to have things baking or things cooking? Does that sense of sharing food with other people help create that connection and that nostalgia for you? Do you like to have scented candles? Are there particular scents that you like to have at this time of year, like pine or like cinnamon? I like to set scents for many different times of my year and even for different kinds of intentions. So, for instance, when I am doing something in my personal life, like writing my morning pages in the morning, I have lavender or lemongrass is a good one if I want to perk up my senses and really be in my personal space. But during the holidays, I love to smell fresh pine. I even use these in my car so that I have some fresh cinnamon smell when I'm driving around and I get that cozy holiday vibe. This is part of the magic. Your environment and what you create for yourself and for the people in your life is part of the ritual and part of the experience of creating that ambiance for the season. The third way to create magic and ritual in your holiday season and in your life is to soak in the experiences as you go. Maybe you say a prayer or you say a spell or you have a mantra or an affirmation. This is a great opportunity when you notice that you're just feeling so much joy or so much coziness or you're having a tough moment. Think about taking it in and just being very present in the moment. A lot of the happiness research out there says that when you take a moment to really soak things in and really own the experience, it becomes a memory when you think back on it in the future, but it can even become a core memory too. There are probably some core memories that you can think back to that feel very vivid because you took a moment to be very present, very mindful, and to solidify it in your mind. In order to soak in a moment, you only need 20 to 30 seconds. This could be a couple of deep breaths in and out, or this could just be enjoying whatever sense you're experiencing or the ambiance, or having that moment where you're looking across the table at someone you're having a great conversation with and thinking, I'm so happy I'm in this moment. The ritual part could be just saying something in the moment. When I really want to soak something in and I really want to create that ritual and bring in the magic, I think, I'm so happy I'm in this moment. This is the particular emotion I'm feeling. This is exactly the kind of coziness, that hygge feeling that I really was going for this holiday season, and I'm experiencing it right now. That word now really creates presence and it brings you into this moment with a lot of mindfulness. I like the double entendre and the double meaning of presence. The present is a present, it's a gift. And that's the way I like to think of it. So I hope that can help you too. Soak in those little moments when you're sitting around a tree opening gifts, or you're lighting the candles, or you're having a beautiful meal with someone you love. Take a minute to soak it in with just a little phrase. I'm happy that I'm in this moment. I'm taking this in, and this is exactly what I wanted. The fourth way to create magic and ritual in your holiday season is to express genuine gratitude. I have touched on this on a number of previous episodes, but it's a distinction I want to draw for you today too, because I think a lot of us get into this black and white thinking where we think I'm either grateful or I feel scarce and I'm scared. And I want to challenge you with the idea that gratitude and scarcity are actually not mutually exclusive. You actually can feel both at the same time about different areas of your life, and that's completely okay. That is part of being a human, that we can feel what appears to be contradictory thoughts at the same time. We can hold them both, and they are both true at the same time. Maybe you're having some money issues this holiday season. Maybe your business or your job isn't going the way that you would like it to. Maybe your relationship with time is a little wonky at the moment. It's okay for you to have both of these experiences, that there's joy, there's warmth, there's coziness in the season, and you genuinely like connecting with people. And there are still struggles and perfectly normal life things going on that are real and valid too. So it's not about forcing yourself to feel grateful and ignoring all of the difficult things in your life. And it's not about getting so invested in the things that feel scary or tough that you can't see any gratitude either. There's a both and in this instance. You can express genuine gratitude for the things that are going well while acknowledging the things that are not going the way that you would like. If you're sitting in a coffee shop with someone and you're really enjoying spending that time together, and you're also stressing about all of the chores and all of the errands you have to take care of afterwards, it's okay to experience both. This is what genuine gratitude is about. And it probably sounds something like, I am so grateful to be sitting in this coffee shop across from my friend, having this beautiful conversation. And I know that I'm really enjoying it because I'm also a little bit stressed about all the things I want to get done today. That is genuine gratitude. It acknowledges both aspects of your experience as a human in this life, where not everything is great all the time and not everything is terrible all the time either. It can be both at the same time, and you can acknowledge the totality of your existence with a lot of grace, acceptance, and love. That's what genuine gratitude is all about. So, just to recap, these are 4 ways of many ways to create the ambiance, create the atmosphere, and create the feeling and the vibe that you want to have, whether it's this holiday season or whether it's another one. The first one is to set your intention in advance. This could be as simple as, these are the things that I want to accomplish, or it could be as deep as, this is how I want to feel, or this is what I want to focus on. You go as deep as you want to go, highly sensitive person. The second way to create magic and ritual is to create experiences for all 5 of your physical sensations. What do you want to see? What do you want to hear? What do you want to feel? What do you want to taste? And what do you want to smell? How can you bring those things in small ways or big ways, very purposefully? Number 3 is to soak it all in. Take 20 to 30 seconds. Maybe you create some ritual with a prayer or a spell or an affirmation or a mantra, and really take a moment to acknowledge where you are in the present and soak it in now. This is how you create core memories, and it's how you look back on your experiences of the season and think, that went exactly the way that I wanted it to. And number 4 is to express genuine gratitude. This is when you can experience gratitude and thankfulness for what you have and the beautiful things that are going well and following your intentions, while also acknowledging the things that are not going great in your life. Typically, I like to see life as 50-50, just like Brooke Castillo says. Having genuine gratitude means you can live in the both and. You can live in the paradox where you're experiencing joy and coziness and connection, and you're also a little bit stressed and things feel tough or they're not going exactly the way that you would like them to. Both of those things are okay. They're both welcome, and you can express gratitude while also acknowledging the things that are not going well in your life. This is how you can move forward, and this is how you actually enjoy the magic and the ritual while still being a human and part of your life. I hope you are having a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic, delightful holiday season. I know I am. And if you're listening to this at another time of year, I hope that this season and whatever you're creating for yourself right now is going as well as you'd intended. This is an opportunity for you to set the stage and create magic and ritual any time of year, but this is a particularly easy time to access this. Maybe practice it and bring it into your upcoming new year. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you on the next one.
Thanks for listening. If you're ready to take what you learned today to the next level, head over to StephanieLinn, that's LINN.com, and book a consultation call to get started. I can't wait to see you there, my dear HSP.